Hello. So, before this video starts, or before I say anything, I just want to say that to the person listening to this, I may sound very quiet, very monotone, and I swear to you, it's not because I'm trying to force my voice or be one of those weirdos who tries to deepen their voice. I am tired, but I also am recording this at 1:47 in the morning, so I'm trying to kind of keep things a little bit on the low key. I'm not trying to be super duper loud. So if you are questioning why I'm talking very low, that's kind of the reason why. Uh, Not that that really matters, but I don't know. I know some people like to force their voice. I swear I'm not trying to do that. That's some weird shit. I'm just here to keep it. I'm trying to. I want to have a conversation with you guys again. I always like making these kinds of videos. They're like some of my favorites to make, and I don't know. I like to I like to offer some insight on some things to the best of my abilities. So, and who knows, maybe me making these videos may help even one person, and if it does, then it will have been worth it. So, the main reason why I'm making this video, I'm sure the title will have something to do with what I want to talk about, but there are two main things I want to talk to you guys about today. The first thing I want to start off with is do not compromise your own happiness for the sake of others. And I know to a lot of people that may sound very blatant, right? Like that might sound like common sense, but I think sometimes we really tend to forget how much we take or deal with for the sake of others. And while I'm not saying that's a bad thing, obviously, you should be able to put up with some things for others, and, you should be able to, being able to forgive others is a good characteristic to have. But I think it's also important to stand up for yourself, especially when, you know, sometimes, people tend to walk over you. And that's not something that you can really, you can't control the actions of others, but what you can control is what you put up with and what you will endure or take. So that's why it's important to make your boundaries known and to communicate. I think at the end of the day, communication is one of the most important things when it comes to any relationship, whether that be platonic or romantic. And sometimes when it comes to those specific relationships, they won't work out, and that's completely okay. Sometimes they will and sometimes they won't. And I like to think that relationships, they either last, for a season, or they're there for your entire life. And sometimes friendships are meant to be there as a lesson. Some people are just meant to be a lesson rather than an actual friendship that lasts, for your entire life. And that goes with relationships too. So, the point in me saying this though is, and the reason why I'm talking about this, I've kind of had an experience here lately that made me want to talk about this, and I'm not here to really air out my public problems on here because it's not really I don't know. I like to keep private things private, and I think it's also important to have, my personal life personal, because, boundaries and, vice versa. But I've had an experience lately where I was with somebody, and we were talking and doing the things, and this isn't anything that they did really wrong per se, but I noticed that their actions and what they were doing were making me unhappy. And while I definitely don't think the person who did that did it intentionally or was purposely hurting me, at the end of the day though, they were making me unhappy, and I I didn't like it. And I communicated that to them. At least I tried to the best of my abilities. And it didn't really feel like anything changed. It felt like after talking with that said person, it nothing really changed, or vice versa. So I cut them off. Now, me telling you this, I'm not saying that you yourself have to cut off that specific individual or a specific group of people to make yourself feel happy. Honestly, like, you choose whatever you think is right. If you think, just giving yourself some space is the remedy, then you can do that too. Giving yourself some space to grow, or setting up boundaries. You do whatever you like, but I think that it's really important for you to look out for yourself, because how do you expect anything to change if you yourself don't take action, right? If you don't, because listen, right? You create the world around you. If you surround yourself with terrible people who make you feel like shit all the time, and you have all these like nasty, not great habits, then how do you expect your life to change, really? So you just kind of have to understand that as you walk your own path in life. So with me telling you this, I want you to understand this too. And I want, again, like, just to kind of give my own personal experience to it kind of help build a better foundational understanding, I guess. When you make these changes require sacrifice, okay? And I'm going to like bet my bottom dollar, when you make certain changes, you will have people upset at you. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, the person that I cut off, they may or may not be listening to this right now, and if they are, then that's fine with me. And if they aren't, that's fine with me too. And I may have made them angry, and I may have made them feel betrayed and hurt. And honestly, if so, then that was never my intention, and I didn't want to cause any harm. But at the same time, though, like, my own happiness is just as important as theirs. And if I've tried for so long only for it to not feel like anything's changed, so I had to take action. And that should be you too. If you feel like you've tried, like, in a certain relationship, again, not even just romantic, but platonic or anything like that, and you feel like you're not being treated well, you feel like you're not happy, you feel miserable, you feel like down, you don't have to separate yourself if you don't want to, but like, you have to understand that some things have to change. So, like, again, you make the world around you, right? So if you surround yourself with terrible people, how do you expect yourself to live a better life and to change and make better habits? How do you expect to grow into a better person if you don't start making these changes? It requires sacrifice. It requires determination and strength and all these things. So when are you going to finally put your foot down and understand that you can't live like this anymore? You have to eventually do something. Because if you sit there and don't, and because let's be for real, right? And I don't mean to get all emo or edgy, but death is inevitable, right? Everyone's gonna die eventually. That's just facts, okay? What if you die, let's say in a week, and in this said week, you just sit there and do nothing? You bed rot all day, you scroll on TikTok, you constantly consume brain-numbing content and you just sit there and you just die. Does that sound like a life you want to live? And I mean, if you want to live like that, then I guess go right ahead. I can't really stop you, but like, you have to understand that, like, all these people that tell you, like, start accomplishing your dreams, life, time is finite, you can't do all these things. You can't ignore it anymore. As each day goes by, your time is slowly ticking away. You are losing time. You need to start making these changes. And when I make these videos and say this stuff to you guys, I'm also saying it to myself too, just to really like drill it in my head. You have to make changes if you want to live a better life. And will you start today with making those changes, or are you gonna keep waiting and keep pushing it farther and farther and farther? So just really think about that, okay? Like, really, like, just ponder and think about this. And like, again, I know I'm some random guy on the internet whose word probably doesn't really mean much, because again, I'm just another human being like you. So I know my words probably don't hold really like that much value to you, but you need to understand that if you sit here and do nothing, you'll regret it for the rest of your life, because you only have one, and you currently are the youngest you'll ever be. So do something. Go live life, have fun, make friends, go out, build a social circle, learn a new skill, build new hobbies, enjoy yourself, and most importantly, cut yourself off from people that don't fuck with you like that. If people are constantly feeding you negative energy and constantly like leeching off of you, and you think they're being fake, dog, I'm not gonna lie, cut those bitches off. Like, you don't need that shit in your life. You don't need that stuff in your life. Now, again, I know it's easier said than done, and listen, you will have people in your life that will get mad at you. They'll get mad at you for choosing yourself over them. And you'll have people that won't understand, or that will, blame you, or vice versa. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, and with all due respect, fuck them. Like, fuck them. You have every right to choose yourself just as much as they have a right to choose themselves. Your mental health matters just as much as theirs. So you need to start taking care of yourself more. Love yourself more. Look out for yourself more. Because if you don't, no one else will. If you yourself can't show you the self-respect that you deserve, then how do you expect anyone else to show you that same level of self-respect? So just really think about that. Alright. I think it's really important to, again, just reiterate, like, you are just as deserving as anyone else when it comes to self-love and respect, okay? So I think that's primarily the thing I just wanted to talk about. I think that's really all I had to say. I just wanted to make this quick video just to kind of reiterate just how important it is to take care of oneself, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And this is just a reminder for you, for whoever's listening to this. You need to start making changes. If you're not happy with your life, if you feel miserable, if you are not enjoying life, and you feel like you're surrounded by these people that just don't care about you like that, then make them miss you. You do not need them. You do not need those people in your life. You have so many other things to work towards. So focus on that instead of focusing on motherfuckers that don't even want you in their life like that. So I think that's it. Again, I won't make this like a 20-minute video. I just wanted to make a quick little discussion video, but yeah, take care of yourself. Have a great night, y'all, or a great night, day, or evening, whenever y'all watching this. Take care of yourself, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Next video will probably be an edit, so huzzah. But yeah, alright, see y'all.